a confession.
What's up?
I'm a sucker for new beginnings.
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah. New beginnings are new beginnings.
Yeah, right. But not the ones with confetti and countdowns, but the ones that sneak up on you. The fresh start you didn't realize you needed until life handed it to you. Where you have to make a quick decision that is going to impact your trajectory.
Yeah.
New beginnings are scary, yes, but they're also full of possibility. Kind of like opening up a blank page you get to rewrite in your own voice.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the spirit of our next guest. That's what she embodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we dive into her, what's happening at Black Girl Sunscreen?
So, if you haven't seen it yet, BGS has gone live, y'all. For this sun season, Black Girl Sunscreen will be taken to the community every Friday on TikTok Live. You can tune in to learn more about our products, watch product demonstrations, see special guests, and get to know members of the BGS team who make all the magic happen. Each show will feature a different mix of products that we want to highlight and educate our community about. Join us and get all your questions answered while having a little bit of fun.
Have you been on a TikTok Live before? Not necessarily for like the brand, but like, have you just ever been so courageous and like had something to say and you press go live on any platform?
Not TikTok.
Okay.
On the gram, I've gone live.
Yeah.
Like couple times, not
What
much.
were you talking about?
I don't even remember. Probably during one of my walks or something boring.
That's not boring. So you're taking your followers on a walk for you, on a walk with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever join the Black Girl Sunscreen TikTok lives?
Yeah.
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 They're fun. It's more about like, hey, we have a special guest, Frances.
Yeah.
And she's going to show us how BGS Sport applies on her arms. Right?
Yeah.
And they might ask you to talk about the product.
They will.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would.
Lives are harder than they look.
Yeah.
Right? And if you are trying to do it at a high level, there's production in the background. There's people in the background. There's scripts that should be followed or not. There's props, there's setups. I mean, it is a whole to-do that has taken, I would say, this generation to a whole next thing. Because who would have thought going on to your phone and talking to your phone and having tens of followers, hundreds of followers, thousands of followers. I haven't seen a TikTok live or IG live with 1 million people yet.
I have.
You had was it when they were gonna ban TikTok?
No, it was during COVID with DJ D Nice.
He had over 1 million.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was entertaining.
That was
entertaining.
Yeah, I listen to him all the time. Yeah.
Point of this story: don't be skipping over our lives, y'all.
Y'all better tune in. You heard her?
Tune in every Friday. We typically go on from about 3 to 3:30 or even 3:30 to 4 PT time, ET time. That's 7 or that's 6:30, 7. It just really depends. But we try to capture folks when they're kind of like settling down on either coast. The lives start on time and they end on time. So it is a quick 30 minutes filled of laughter, education, and folks being vulnerable. How do you say that word?
Vulnerable.
Of being exposed to the world.
Yeah.
So thank you, Black Girl Sunscreen team,
for
going on TikTok Live and doing what we do.
Yeah.
Okay, Frances, tell us who we have with us today.
Sure. Today's guest is an Emmy-winning journalist and one of the most trusted voices in Los Angeles news. Currently serving as anchor and reporter for KTTV and co-hosting Fox 11's Special Report, she brings decades of experience interviewing major political figures and celebrities, covering headline-making trials, and earning numerous accolades like the 2024 LA Press Club Anchor of the Year.
Wow.
Off camera, she's a passionate advocate for women's health through her work with the Lynn Cohen Foundation. Please welcome to the show the amazing Marla Tellez.
Wow, I think I sound better than I am.
No,
wow, that's
are
amazing. Thank you for that introduction.
Oh my gosh,
and it's great to be here.
So happy to have you.
Yes, we are thrilled to have you. So, I mean, let's get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
I think you're a Cali girl.
I am.
So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your background growing up.
So Northern California, which I know there's that big time
There's a
rivalry
difference
between
Yes,
Northern
North
California and
and
Southern
SoCal.
California. I know a lot of heads nodding in here right now. So I was born in San Francisco. And in the mid 70s, I know we're going to talk about my age, so I'm an open book. So 1976. And I grew up ultimately just north of the Golden Gate in Sonoma County, which people will know as wine country.
Yes.
And raised by a single mom, me and my older brother, who's about 5 years older, who really took on the role as father figure for me, which a huge impact on my life. Dad fell by the way of addiction, drugs and alcohol, homelessness. He was not in the picture until I was in my early 20s. Actually, he called me when I was 22. So that was more than 25 years ago. He found sobriety.
That's good.
And I just want to make that clear in that, I'm proud of his transition, really transformed himself.
That's good. That's really good.
So those are my roots. So I grew up with that single mom icon in front of me who just taught me how valuable hard work was. And here I am.
And here you are.
You are.
Well, I mean, and quite successful, storied career. So as a journalist, did you know that was your passion?
No.
How did you even fall into journalism?
No, I mean, it's wild. It's wild that I'm sitting here with a camera on me and talking to you and what I do for a living. And I say that because I was really shy growing up. I was outgoing amongst my friends and family, but when it came to public speaking, there was no way I would do any of this. And when I went to college, Sonoma State University graduate, I studied political science and minored in communications with the intent of going to law school. Just because, you should be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. And I did like to argue.
Poli-sci, yeah.
Love it.
So I have some fire in me. So I thought, okay, I'll attempt law school. Well, I got a job working for an attorney in San Francisco, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. All that I knew about me was I like to write, I like to research, and I like current events. And so I was thinking maybe a newspaper reporter. Again, this is like in the early 90s. And I thought, television seems a little bit more exciting. So I got an internship, and here I am.
Wow.
But you started behind the scenes, no?
Right,
As like a writer,
Yeah,
and
I'm glad
then
you made that
made your way in front of the
point.
camera, right?
That's right. So because I was absolutely against any sort of public speaking, my intent was just to be but to be a writer producer for the people that you see on TV and to storytell.
Not thinking you would be in front of the camera.
Oh God, are you crazy? And I literally thought, I mean, as a young girl, I would watch newscasts and I would think this person chose to do this. Like, there is no way.
They're insane.
Literally what I would think, that they are insane. And
so are you, apparently.
Yes, I am. I like to do things that I'm afraid of and overcome fears.
Love it.
And so I was a writer and a producer for the first, let's say, 4 to 5 years in the broadcast industry, and I really loved it. I became friends with a show host who I produced for, and she became my mentor. And I actually came to a point, I was working for CBS in San Francisco, and I came to a point where I felt like I had already hit the ceiling at a relatively young age in my early to mid 20s. And I thought, well, I think I'm actually I'm going to get out of the business. And her name is Malou Nubla, and she's really well known in the Bay Area as a personality on TV personality. And she said no. And she believed in me way more than I believed in myself. And she said, you're too good of a storyteller to get out of the business. And I'm not tooting my own horn. But this is really what she said to me. And because I do like to do things that I'm afraid of, I said, okay, if you believe in me, then I'll try it. I'll try this thing. And we made a fake demo tape reel.
Yeah.
I mean, literally me standing in front of the Golden Gate. I was reporting news, real news, but it never saw the light of day. But I put it together on a beta tape. And I got hired as a general assignment reporter live on the air for the CBS station in Salinas, California, along the Central Coast.
Yes.
So I covered Pebble Beach and Carmel and Pacific Grove, Monterey, that whole area.
What a beautiful,
That is-
amazing area to
It is,
cover.
but in your early 20s or mid 20s, it's for the newlywed or nearly dead. And so I was neither. And it is a beautiful place. Don't get me wrong. It is beautiful, but it's really quiet.
Do you still have your demo tape?
You know what? That's a great question. I'm sure I do. I have a whole box of like all the betas that
I'm gonna need you to go back and
Yeah.
watch your demo tape
Yeah.
just so you can see how much you've grown from then.
It's wild. It's wild because like anything else, repetition is key.
Yeah.
And so I was awful. It was so awful. And, you blink a lot when you're nervous, or at least I did. So it's like lots of blinking and very, methodic sounding, not conversational. And until you do something every day, right? It
Right.
sounds like that.
Yeah.
So
So you're a seasoned reporter. So looking back on your journey, were you ever asked to fit into a mold in terms of appearances?
I know there are stories like that I've heard, but for me, I'm proud to say no, not necessarily. I have had, working for a news organization, a dress code, which I don't think is outrageous, especially being in the news industry, to present yourself in a certain way. But it could be a little restrictive where it was like you couldn't wear brown. You couldn't wear lace, even if it was just a little bit. You couldn't wear sleeveless.
Interesting.
And that was from the top down of the network level down. And if you noticed those females on TV, they kind of all look the same, like solid colors, kind of the same dresses. There's only so many like Calvin Klein dresses you can buy that are like that cut that they wanted. So that was a little limiting. But since I've been in Los Angeles, it's a totally different news industry here. No, there's been no limits put on me. And I just have done my own thing, and apparently it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so I want to talk a little bit about how journalism, I think, or just the news has shifted a little bit in terms of how it's received by viewers.
Yeah.
We're living in a time now where we've all heard the phrase fake news.
Oh, yeah.
I think journalistic integrity is really being challenged. You're seeing a lot of seasoned people choosing to walk away from very long careers because they can't report the news in an honest way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious how you're feeling watching this change. Is it changing how you as a journalist shows up? And have you ever been challenged where you wanted to report something a certain way and maybe you made to feel like maybe pull back a little bit?
Well, I am proud to say that no, from the top down, I have never had a boss put that pressure on me or tell me I need to report a story a certain way and don't show this side. So I am really proud to say that. You're absolutely right, though, about how people are stepping away from storied careers. I wouldn't step away from the industry if those political pressures were put on me, because I believe in journalistic integrity, and I think that wouldn't be the right fit for me then, that I would find another home. I just believe in the industry that much, in journalism that much. So I will always do my best to present a story with both sides, of course, that's and never interject my opinion. And I think, though, that the phrase fake news has made it, to your point, that much harder for us to do our job. But it also helps you keep yourself accountable, right? I mean, we have executive producers, we have people who script approve and all of that. So we have that accountability as well. But our viewers and our listeners, if they will always challenge, no matter if you present both sides. It may not be the side that they want,
Right.
but you can only do the best that, I give my best every single time I tell a story. I think the most that I've been challenged, which was interesting, of course, We're seeing what's going on with immigration right now.
Right.
I mean, that's long been challenged for decades on how it's covered and what side of the fence you're on, et cetera. But what was an unknown that was really eye-opening to me was covering the pandemic. That is, COVID was brand new. Coronavirus was brand new to everybody. And we didn't know what was true, what was not true. Yeah. The vaccine controversy. Are you an anti-vaxxer? The masks. Will this 2 weeks to stop the spread? I just so happened to be, by happenstance in my schedule, I became really the COVID correspondent then. And I was tasked with covering the local health department briefings every day for LA County. I mean, 10 million people and a state of 40 million. I mean, there's so many people who live here and who were depending on this information. Yeah. And then also up to the state level with Governor Gavin Newsom and his daily briefings. And then, of course, President Trump at the time, he was doing his briefings with his COVID team, Dr. Anthony Fauci. You know, people who even hear these names now will be, you know, fake news. Yeah. And I was the face of having to report this, and this is what the numbers are, and this is if you're high risk, and this is what, you know, people were so afraid. And I was getting so much pushback from our viewers. And it just kind of depends on which side of the fence you're on. But I was reporting what I believed to be the news that was being put out there and doing my best to challenge it and challenge health officials, et cetera. So that was a pretty eye-opening experience to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Because you're a new mom. Yes.
Yes.
You are on maternity leave.
Yes.
How old's the baby now?
The baby will be 12 weeks on Sunday. Oh. Yeah. So nearing the 3-month mark.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing. So what has the experience been like? Did you... Okay, I got
so
it with
questions.
that laugh, and also sharing with our listeners. I mean, you became a mom at 48. No?
Yes.
So that also brings in a whole different level of, after having a very successful career, now shifting to become a mom, taking some time off. Like, what has this world been like for you?
It's been, it's turned my world upside down in a way I could never prepare for it. I mean, you get so much solicited and unsolicited advice when you're pregnant. I will say that. And you do everything you possibly can to prepare. And a lot of people would tell me, you know, as an older mom, you'll find it easier to do A, B, and C. Well, I never was around babies and I never took care of a baby. I really never had changed a diaper. And
this is all
brand
new.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been so overwhelming. I can't even begin to tell you. I'll do my best. There's been a lot of tears. I mean, mostly happy tears, but tears of exhaustion, tears of, oh my gosh, am I failing as a mom? Why is she crying? I've changed her diaper. I've fed her. You know, I've done everything I think I'm supposed to do. But it's, you hear it all the time. It's cliche, but it's so true. I mean, I've never loved a human being. You could never imagine how much you love.
You can love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like my heart just wants to explode when I see her. And I think 12 weeks ago, you were inside me. Like, that is so wild. And the human body and what it creates in life. It's made me, I'm not the most patient human being around, but it's amazing how patient I am with her. And I'm proud of that. And motherhood has just opened my eyes to really seeing life through a child again.
And this is something that you really wanted, because you've also been very open about your IVF journey to get this little girl. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, of course. So, you know, in my 30s, I think about, what was I doing in my 30s? Like, why didn't I have kids? Well, obviously I wasn't the kind of working woman who was dying to have kids, because I was so career driven.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, okay, I'm going to work. I was doing like, okay, I need to get to this goal. And I was very goal oriented. I was reading a story as a news anchor when I was 36 years old, and it talked about infertility. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm already past that age. And I went home and I started to cry and thought, well, eventually I want to have an option. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time and that whole thing. So fast forward, I met my husband when I was 40 years old. We were going to start the IVF journey right before COVID hit, but then I got scared with COVID. I forgot to make clear that after when I was 36 and I read that IVF story, infertility story, I did my research on it and I froze my eggs when I was 37 years old.
Smart.
So I
Very,
had
very
those
good.
in the freezer.
That's good.
And so when I got married, we had that to fall back on. And we went through this process starting in 2023. I'm doing the math in my head right now. And it's a really daunting process, IVF, and it's very it's painful how much it costs. And we can talk about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are, and it was worth it. Despite how daunting it is and overwhelming, it was worth it all.
Because it is out of reach for a lot of people. Because it is very expensive.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily work the first time or even the second time or the third time.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't afford to do it more than once. I mean, there's just no. It's that expensive, anywhere from 12 to 18 for IVF, and then the medications can be $4,000 to $6,000. I mean, these are just ballparks depending on. So it is a hindrance to a lot of women, which is such a shame. Fortunately, there are more companies that are coming out and paying for it, and offering that, which is amazing. But a lot of the clinics offer financing options. I mean, everything from no interest loans. I mean, that's not the best option, but at least it's no interest.
Yeah.
So no interest loans. There are nonprofits out there that are grant oriented, so you can apply for a grant, an IVF grant.
Never knew that.
And so you can look that up. There are various nonprofits out there. I don't want to name one in particular just because, there are several. So there are financing options out there. And I do hope that it becomes more of a norm that it is part of health insurance.
Right.
Because it is that expensive. Yeah.
Marla, so in your discussions about IVF and fertility, you've been trying to remove the stigma around it. So how have you done that in a climate when women's health and a woman's right to choose what she does with her body is being challenged?
Just talk about it. I mean, it's just a simple answer as to don't be ashamed of it. Don't be afraid to speak out about it. It was amazing when I talked about it on the air, how many viewers reached out and how many women were going through something similar, or my story gave them hope, or whatever it was. And so to be a resource for women and an advocate for it is the best thing that I can do. And then just sharing it, obviously. I mean, TV is one thing, but on social media as well. I mean, when I put it out there too, it's just amazing how many people, even men, will reach out and say, "Thank you. I'm showing your story to my wife or my girlfriend. And do you have any, advice for us?" And the advice is just to take charge of your health. I live by the mantra of your health is your wealth. So IVF is, adjacent to that, in that, if you are healthier, I think that your process could be a little bit easier. But with that said, just don't be afraid to reach out to somebody like myself, lean on them. And I do my best to respond to as many people as I possibly can, because I want to see other women go through this and get the same joy that I'm experiencing now.
Give them the same hope.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I was just going to say, I love that, because I think that women are choosing to wait a little longer to maybe start a family. They want a career. How would you say, though, this process has changed you? Like who you were before IVF versus where you are now as a mom?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm such a different person now. Yeah. And I think it's a weird feeling when you bring home a newborn. There is this, and I didn't know this, there is a sense of grief that you feel. We know that postpartum can be a huge problem for a lot of people, and it hits a lot of women. But there's a sense of grief of, oh my gosh, my life was never going to be the same. Like, this isn't a weekend thing. This little creature you created is dependent on you, literally dependent on you for life. And that was wild to me, having, I think also because I am older, even though I am older and you think it'd be easier, you're sort of set in your ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I can't just go for my workout right now. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't just go out to dinner right now. We have to find a babysitter, or, it's those things. So it makes you more selfless, and more patient, as I alluded to a little earlier. And just my heart, I just feel more, I was already a really empathetic person. I mean, I'm a crier. But I feel like I'm even more empathetic, for better or worse. Sorry, husband. He's like, you're crying. What are you crying? What are you crying for now?
What's wrong now?
I will say this, though. I also want to say this, and this is getting back to the stigma thing, and you made me think of it with your question, is while I have gotten overwhelming support, there are people, just because social media and people can be mean and ugly, that I'm too old. I'm too old. How selfish are you?
Yeah.
And it's like, you're acting like I'm asking you for child support. Like, this has
nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So for people who are afraid to tell their story because they are older, because so many women, couples are waiting until later to have kids. I would say, just don't worry about what anybody thinks. I mean, I think that's true for anything, right? There's always critics out there, but it's it's your journey. You're going through it, and it's nobody else's business.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I lost my question.
Oh, no,
it's not even written down. So being an older mom, an older first-time mom, and looking back on 20, 25, 30-year-old Marla, are you happy that not even happy, are you glad that you waited the time?
I would, it's one of those things where I don't like having regrets. And that's one of the reasons why, in fact, we went for it, because I quickly mentioned, and I hope the story didn't get lost because I was sort of all over the place, that we had started the journey right in 2019 when I was, 42 or 43. So much younger. But then when COVID hit, it delayed me that much longer. And then it got to the point that I deemed myself too old.
Listening to society and
right.
Yeah.
And I just thought, it was my OBGYN who I'd been going to for more than a decade. And she said, you're the type of person that if you don't try, you're always going to wonder and you're always going to regret. And I don't like to have regrets. So that's why I tried. And if, it wasn't in the cards for me, then it wasn't in the cards. And here I am with little Sloan at home. Sloan. Yeah. So do I wish that a 25-year-old Marla had, little Sloan back then? Not necessarily, because it all worked out, right? It all I have a great career. I have a wonderful husband, and now I have a beautiful baby girl. Yeah. So it all worked out in the end.
So happy for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, Marla, we have enjoyed this time with you. Oh my gosh, so fast. But I think you're very much an inspiration for
thank
women
you.
because there's so much going on. There's so much we want to do and achieve. And you show you can have that career. You can have a family. You can do it on your own timeline.
Yeah.
So you found a way to make it happen. So
Well, thank you.
yeah,
It's nice to be able to be in this platform and with you two very empowering, inspiring women and the whole crew. So thanks so much for having me. The experience has been great.
Of course.
well, great.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna switch it up one last time.
Yep.
And we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
gosh.
hand it over to Francis.
Okay, Marla. It's
Okay.
a fun game, I
Okay.
promise.
All right.
Okay, so it's called Yeah or Nah. I'm gonna give
Yay or nah?
yeah or nah.
Yeah.
So yes or no.
Yeah.
or nah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you a phrase, and we're gonna round robin it,
Okay.
and just let us know whether you agree with the phrase or not.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
I
Okay.
have no idea what's coming my way.
You don't.
Zero.
Let me hide my
scared.
paper.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we do any of this? Or are
I mean,
these just
if
props?
you want, if you're like no or yeah,
Okay.
if you want.
I don't
Wait,
know.
let's make sure they're on.
Like, hey, let's be hands on.
Let's see. Let's make sure they're on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Breastfeeding in public.
Oh. Yes. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already
We
have.
want to do
I
that.
mean, I have a drape, mind you. I'm not completely out there, but yeah, I've done it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big for that.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. And drape or not, you got to feed that baby.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually thought about bringing Sloan here today.
Oh, you
And
should.
then I was worried like she'd
We
have a
love
total
babies.
meltdown, and I'd feel like, oh my gosh, no, honey.
We adore babies.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a also.
Okay.
Because baby's hungry. Feed that baby.
That's right.
PJs in the public school pickup line.
Oh, yes, all day. Again, getting to the back to what I was saying about who cares what anyone else thinks.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm just don't get out the car.
If I could have worn PJs today, I would have.
Okay. Having an attitude when you are just hangry.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's me through and through. Should I have one? No. But yeah, that's, I'm guilty of that.
I'm guilty of it too. I shouldn't have one,
Yeah.
but I'm told all the time that people know when I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, I'm
I
like,
have to own that.
I have to eat now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. My sister, she loves to tease me and says, "Here's some chocolate. Like, just do something.
Seriously.
Get it up." Okay. Bringing kids to the movies that are not kid friendly.
That are not kid friendly. Oh gosh, this is a tough one. To a movie that's not kid friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna say nah. That's my first nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean now as a mom and growing up, actually I saw like The Exorcist when I was like 4.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, I did.
And I still have
And
not
Ray-
seen that.
Are you still scarred?
I
refuse.
well, no. Here's the thing: is I love scary movies.
Oh, okay.
So that had that impact on me, but I do remember like crying.
The whole movie.
I was afraid of the dark and all of that.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm a mom, no, I'll do my best to shield a little Sloan from head spinning
Yeah.
and people being possessed by the devil.
I'm a nah too.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's not a children's
Yeah.
movie, I'm
Yeah.
not bringing kids.
Yeah,
And I don't think other people should either.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a nah.
Yeah, I agree. I accidentally took my goddaughter to a movie that was not kid friendly, and it was
Accidentally.
Yeah,
yeah, because I didn't pay attention to the ratings, and it was a lot of cover your eyes.
Oh gosh,
gosh.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Awful.
Here, have some more popcorn.
Yeah.
Asking your plane passenger to change seats so that your family can sit together.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it with just me and my husband. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and probably that was early on too, because now I'm like, oh, it's okay. We don't need to sit together. See you enough.
I'm a nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured they paid for the seat. They selected the seat.
Oh, that's
My poor planning should not become an inconvenience for somebody else. So I won't do it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Fair.
I'm a nah too.
Oh,
I got asked, and I was nice, and I gave it up, and then I regretted it.
the whole flight.
So because the chair didn't recline, and I was very annoyed.
Oh, you were in the emergency
No, I
Thing.
was not
against the wall.
No, it was a regular seat, but
Oh.
the seat
It was
just did
broken?
not recline.
Oh, yeah,
it was
no.
And I was
broken.
very upset, and I
Oh.
had to sit up straight the entire flight with a hurt back.
Well, I
Oh.
promise never to ask you to sit. I promise.
Well,
I
you
promise.
know, true,
Yeah.
but it also depends on how good of a day I'm having.
That's
it might
true.
be a nice day,
And you might be hangry.
and
Oh.
I might be hangry.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
Okay, Googling, is it normal to be this tired?
Yeah. I Google everything. Yeah, and I know that you shouldn't like rely on WebMD too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because you can go down that rabbit hole real
Absolutely.
quick. But yeah, absolutely. Is it normal to be this tired?
I Google everything
Yeah.
too, just like you. And it's
Yeah.
not good to
No.
self-diagnose
No.
or all those things, but I'm guilty.
Yeah. I mean, I think to one extent, at one point of the spectrum, yeah, I mean, you can get some information, but you got, just like being a journalist, right? You got to check your sources,
Exactly.
check your
Exactly.
sources, and attribution and the whole nine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Dr. Google every time. I need an idea
Right.
of what's going on.
Right.
Even if it's the wrong idea. Buying designer clothes for your toddler.
Oh gosh, I've grappled with this. Designer clothes. I'm gonna say no. I'm going to say no because I want, now I'll accept gifts.
I was about to say the same thing, Marla. Yes. Oh, if you want to gift me, that's fine.
But Sloan has a little closet with all these adorable clothes, and already, the 0 to 3 months, they don't
so
fit.
fast.
Yep. Yeah.
And I have a little outfit that I can't wait for her to wear, and she's gonna wear it once. And so for me, and I work my tail off. Like that's the designer stuff's going to go to mama.
There you go.
And then, again,
100%.
we'll accept a gift, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'll
Okay.
accept a gift, but they grow so fast.
Yeah.
There's too many really cute options that aren't designer. So
Oh,
no.
100%. Yeah.
We're all in
Agreed.
agreement here
Agreed.
because it's a nah. Yeah. Posting milestone pictures of your baby, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months.
I'm saying nah only because, and this is not judging anyone who does. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I did a 1 month. I've done a milestone, but I don't remember if it was. Oh, when it was on. Where are we at in the year? I can't even think. I've got mommy brain.
Where are we?
Was
We're in
it
June.
Was it Memorial Day?
Yes.
She had a little navy outfit.
Oh.
And so she looks so cute. So I put that out there, and it coincided, I think, with 8 weeks. But I didn't do like the 2.
Yeah.
The month 2. Will I do for month 3? I don't know. But I haven't done it consistently, and I've seen other people who do like each week. And again, I just social media in itself is a lot to keep up with.
5 days old.
Right.
7 days old.
I know. Gosh. But my phone, though, it's amazing how many pictures I have of her.
Oh,
yeah.
I think milestone pics are okay. I don't think that, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll look. I did it with my puppy who's now 6.
Nice.
So I get it.
Yeah. And I get it. And again, I was just saying for me personally, I haven't done that. So that's why I hit the nah.
Yeah.
But it's obviously fine if you do.
Okay.
I'm definitely playing both sides of that thing.
I would do it. I don't think I've posted my niece and nephew, so I don't have children
Okay.
yet. Maybe one
Right.
day. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that off camera. Yeah.
But I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would. I probably document the pregnancy too. 3 months.
I did
36 weeks.
I did that. That's interesting. I didn't have a consistent thing where I did each month, but at the end, for sure, personally, I had John, my husband, take pictures of me at each month.
Yeah.
Just to see. So it's funny to see your belly go from, this to this to this to this. So that was fun. I posted a couple of those milestones. But what's interesting about me, even though I'm public, I have a hard time with social media. I wish somebody would just take it over for me. I have a hard time, like, is this too personal?
Yeah.
Because I think being older, I also think about, I know that this will live on the internet forever. I mean, I look back at my Instagram when I first started in Los Angeles, because I really didn't have an imprint social media before I moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
And cringe. I cringe at my posts. I would never pose like that. And like, what in the world? And it's like I've gone and I've deleted some things, but I know it's amazing that they still will live on.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have like screen grab things.
Yes.
Going,
Yeah.
why?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to the younger self, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. So. And I forgot what we were talking about before. So I just had a brain fart too.
Okay. Because I forgot to. Okay. Creating TikTok dance videos with your kids or your partner.
Would I? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun. I like the joy that it spreads.
Yeah.
I don't even have a TikTok.
Me either.
Oh, okay. We got a lot in common, Francis.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I like joy.
Yeah, things live forever. So we'll do all this stuff without having to put it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not on TikTok.
Yeah, same. I might see it, do something with my niece, my nephew. My niece, she has a TikTok. She might post stuff. That'll be it. Because I'm not posting.
You're not into it. Okay.
Yeah. Not anymore. I used to post a lot, but now I think as I'm getting older, I'm like,
Yeah.
they don't need to know that.
I've been more reserved
Yeah.
to that, what I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to know
Right.
that. Okay, 2 more. Talking on your cell on speaker.
No. Nobody needs to hear that.
Nah.
It's distracting.
That's quick, easy. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. And don't have me on speaker. Because
Yeah.
you never know what's
Get
going
in
to
trouble.
happen.
You get in trouble.
Okay, last one. Snooping through someone's drawers or closets when you're a guest at their house.
Oh, gosh. As much as I want to, because I'm a journalist. I'm doing some work.
It's all investigating.
Yeah.
You
Just
know.
investigating. No, I would not. And besides, everyone has cameras these days.
That's
They
true.
do.
That
You
is so
never
true.
know.
Yeah,
You
they're
never
probably
know.
being watched. Yeah, I'm a nah. I'm
Yeah,
not going
no.
through people's things.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
no.
I'm a nah too.
And actually, if you want to go through mine, go ahead. There's not anything really exciting in there. So,
Nothing to find.
yeah, nothing to find.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, this was so fun. We are so glad that you came. I hope you had a really good time.
I did.
Is there anything you want to share with us before you go in terms of what's up next? How much time you have left on maternity leave?
Thank you. I'll be back on the air. My official date is July 7th. So it's coming right up, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, I mean, for those people who aren't familiar with me, you can check me out on Fox 11. Thank you again for the really warm introduction. And I am one of the nightside anchors there. So I'll still be there, and I'll still be trying to figure out how to do the mom thing behind the scenes. And I look forward to just sort of ripping the Band-Aid off with now having the baby girl at home and going back to work full time. So
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all of it.
Thank you very much.
I have one question before we leave.
Yes.
So you're in California, you have your baby, you have access to all the beaches.
Oh.
Summertime, beach, sunscreen.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are we there? Are we an avid sunscreen user?
100%. I have sunscreen on right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And what about, do you intend to use any sunscreen for baby?
I already have it.
Yay.
I already bought and I actually consulted with a, she hasn't worn it yet because we haven't put her out in the sun.
Mhm.
And I talked to the pediatrician about
Not
it.
old enough yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's going to be entering a daycare when I go back to work. And they require you to bring your own sunscreen. So I reached out to a mom because I have no clue
Mhm.
on what's okay for baby girl. And yeah, I got it and it's ready to go.
Love it.
Right.
Yeah. Got to protect the skin.
Absolutely.
And I know,
Absolutely.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
SPF 30 right here.
We have
That's
some
right.
goodies for you.
Yes, we do.
And
We do.
baby.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you again for joining us. And thank you for listening to Shamelessly Shontay. Bye.